Hello. Hey everybody, how's it going? Hope you guys have had an amazing week. What's that? You can't see me? This bit would work if more people were actually here. What's up everybody? I was gonna do a whole bit, but I'm gonna be real with you. When I say that I'm just looking to chill out, I really do just mean I'm looking to chill out. And what is so great about that is that since the stream has started, I don't think I've heard a single edgy song coming from this playlist. It's all been like chilled out groove, and I love it. How's it going, everybody? I hope you guys have had an amazing week so far. My week has been a bit of an odd bit. I don't really know how to... Okay, seriously, I need to replace this chair or I am going to fall out of it. I kid you not. Like, every time I lean back, I truly fear for my life. That's not a good thing. Wait, hold on. Just fixing this real quick. I really don't even know what I'm clicked on now that I think about it. Okay, bye Zephyric. Zephyric literally just stayed up to say hi, and I love it. I feel so bad. I really, really do. About the fact that my stream schedule is just so bad for everybody. Hold on, I'm gonna turn this down a little bit in my ear because it makes it very hard to focus when I have the music blasting in my ear. I feel so bad about the fact that, like, I can't stream at the times that people were used to. Let's be fair, Fox, you never had a consistent stream schedule to begin with. But now it's worse. You know what I mean? Like, before, I could go live at whatever time I felt like. Hold on. Ignore the sound of wrestling. I don't even know if you guys could hear that. Just ignore it. Okay, that feels a little bit better. You don't need to know. In any case, I know that I never had a consistent stream schedule because... Actually, I mean, at the very least, it was kind of consistent. Like, I would go live at 8 a.m. I loved that. Yo, it was so good to go live at like 8 o'clock in the morning and then be done. I would literally be done with streaming by lunchtime and I'd have the rest of the day to myself. Now, caveat to that was the fact that it meant that I had to plan whatever stream I was gonna do the night before. And if you guys know Fox, you know that planning is not my thing. The number of times that I just said, oh yeah, sure, we'll do this, really just because somebody finally gave me an idea was great. Like, this is not a shot at anybody, but this was actually something that pissed me off about myself. This is not me calling anyone out. This was me getting mad at myself. We had a week. If you guys don't know this, I was running well, I wasn't running it. This was actually something that came across from Star and Alex. We were doing a Pokemon Harmony shiny lock, 3-way shiny lock, and every time we ended stream, somebody was just like, so we doing this again tomorrow? And I just sat there and I said yes. There wasn't anything bad about it. I loved the shiny lock. I fucking loved it. where it became a problem was just literally just like, I just immediately said yes. I didn't even think about it. I was like, oh, sweet. Sweet, thank God. I don't have to think about what's going to be my content for tomorrow. Oh, man, whoever just said that, you're a fucking lifesaver. And the reason I say that that was a bad thing was more just because, yeah, there were some times where we would just end stream and I'm like, I don't really want to stream the shiny luck again tomorrow. But I still did it, and I still had a blast. Like, I'm never gonna sit there and say that there was a single time that I didn't enjoy the shiny lock. And no, I do not have a gun pointed directly at my head. Star is not standing behind me and saying that I have to say that the Harmony shiny lock was the best thing ever, and that, sorry, I'm having a little trouble reading this script real quick. Oh, God. In any case, yeah. Yeah. I love that I got to say all of this. Star has no fucking clue what the fuck is going on. Oh, it's great. Don't worry about it, Star. Just don't worry about it. Oh, damn it. Did the playlist end? How do I turn this back on? Like, settings, I guess I just have to reshuffle it or something. That's kind of the best I can do. You don't get you don't have to worry about it. You'll find out when you watch the VOD. Who am I kidding? Star doesn't watch these VODs. Which means she'll never know the joke. But yeah, I miss that project. I really do. Because it was fun, you know? It was like, I didn't think I would make, like, friends streaming. So the fact that I have is great. And being able to play Harmon Y with them was a fantastic experience. I miss being able to do that. I miss the freedom that I had with my old stream schedule to just do whatever I wanted. But I don't have that anymore because I started a new job. If you're new to the channel and you don't know this, I started at a new company. So my time is very limited when I get home. Like, I think in comparison, yeah, the time I spend awake is like maybe 4 hours when I get home. And it sucks. But it also keeps me able to do the stuff that I do. I'm able to stay streaming at all because I now have some form of steady income. And I use the term steady loosely because the job is still, it has its hazards where, you know, it's like, there's going to be times where I don't work. That's just the way it goes. Hold on. And, you know, I just got to be prepared for those moments, and we just see what we just see what happens. But because of that, I've had to rearrange the stream schedule again. I think there is nothing. I think there are like a list of things that my chat has about my content that annoys them. And like somewhere in this list, I know the number one thing on that list is audio. I am a fiend when it comes to my audio. I am like, dude, does my audio sound bad? Does my audio sound bad? Does my audio sound bad? Oh my God, my audio sounds like shit. This is absolute garbage! And I'm still kind of just trying to figure things out there. Because it's like, you kind of had to fiddle with it, like, depending on the microphone you're using. Figure out what's best. Your DAW, your interface, blah, 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 blah. I still sometimes have to go back because... Let me think. Okay. I still have to go back a little bit on the microphone I'm using now because of the fact that I kind of want to turn it down so it doesn't peak so often. That was something I realized while I was rewatching my Ace Attorney VOD. And yes, I rewatch my own content. Why? Because that's how you improve. I wish I had known about this strategy when I was first doing everything, is just rewatching my own stuff so I could see things that I could fix about my content. The first thing I gotta fix is I gotta get more of a personality. But unfortunately, I can't seem to find one on eBay. At least, not one that I want. For some reason, the only thing they're selling is like, what is this? E-girl personality? Horny VTuber persona? I don't know. I just... I don't want it. In any case, yeah. I'm just like, rewatching my stuff. I kept noticing like times when like my microphone would peak, obviously. Usually that of course comes when I'm having to yell. Like literally if my microphone didn't peak when I have to yell, that seems like a problem. I've been thinking about writing again since everyone's been forgetting the plot of my novel, including me. I mean, if anybody wants to remember the plot, they should just go reread it. I do want to talk a little bit about writing, but I want to get back onto the issue of, like, schedules. So I did talk about this a couple streams ago, but I think this is going to be the first time that I'm actually going to post my just yapping segment. And the thing that I have to say is that it sucks, but I'm stuck streaming on weekends. And that's the only time I can stream. So Friday, Saturday, Sunday is the goal, because those are the times that I should have free to be able to stream and not feel like I have anything too big of a problem. Like, the biggest thing that probably would end stream is just be like, okay guys, I have work in the morning, so I have to end early. So like on Sunday maybe. I would try not to do that. But that is something that could be a thing. Speaking of which, I do have work in the morning. I don't usually work Saturdays, but it looks like this week I got to. It sucks. Now, choosing a time to stream is always difficult, in my personal opinion. Because it's like, I can't stream as soon as I get home. I wish I could. But damn, I'm just like, I'm so tired. I need a chance to rest. I need a chance to like drink some caffeine, or I'm going to pass out on stream. I need a chance to just relax and get rid of all my soreness. Oof, I'm sorry to hear that, Star. So, and here's the thing, is that I don't really know what time I'd be getting home, because it could be anytime between 5:30 to 6:30. So, the best I can promise is that streams popping up anytime between 6 p.m. and like 7:30 at the latest. I hate, like, if I have to, I would be livid at having to start stream at 7:30, which is what I had to do today. I'm not going to lie. I had to do that today, but I don't like it because that's so late. Like, It's 7:30 and I'm wanting to stream till like 10 o'clock. How the fuck am I gonna do that? That's like 2.5 hours of content at best. And it's not the worst. I've seen people go live for less than that. I've seen people go live and stream for an hour. But it's just, to me, it's like, I'm like, if I can't give you guys more than that, it just feels like a failure on my part. Again, I will not lie. I put more pressure on myself than I really need to. So yeah, schedule-wise, I'm looking at Friday, Saturday, Sunday, streams easily starting between 6 and 7, and I would like to go and get as close to 10 p.m. as I can get every single time. But obviously speaking, there's just going to always be life getting in the way. And don't that suck? Where's my water? Ugh. Okay. I just want to bring this up. You know what's funny? I was about to talk about writing. I see your message of finished my chapter, so I'll come hang out for a bit. I was about to go, wait. I was literally about to get so excited and say, wait a minute, you finished an Atush chapter? And then I remember you were talking about the fact you were reading earlier, and I'm like, of course she didn't. Of course she didn't. Oh my god. This goes back to scheduling a little bit here, where that's another thing that has sucked, is that between work, figuring out when I'm gonna stream, everything else, I'm like, I don't know how to fit everything in. I don't know how to fit everything into my day. Like, first of all, I really hate schedules. I hate being told that I have to sit down at a certain time of day and work on something. Okay? I can't stand it. Is it the most effective way of getting stuff done? Absolutely. 100%. You tell yourself, okay, at 7 o'clock, I'm gonna sit down and I'm gonna, like, between 7 and 8, I'm gonna work on my writing. I'm gonna work on a story, right? So it reaches 7 o'clock, and until 8 o'clock, I'm sitting down writing. And then it reaches 7 o'clock, and then it reaches 7:05, and I'm like, oh, well, now I've wasted 5 minutes. I haven't done anything. Now I no longer feel the motivation to write. I should go do something else. Since I'm just obviously, after wasting 5 minutes, I'm not going to have time to write anything worthwhile. That's me. That's fucking me. If I am late by even just a little bit, I lose motivation to do anything to do with what I assigned myself. And what's even worse is, like, the other method you could probably use for scheduling for anything is just be like, okay, well, don't have a specific time. Just say, okay, I am now sitting at my computer. Let's write for an hour. It's been 5 minutes. I'm tired of writing. Because, like, an hour feels both really long when you're not getting stuff done, but it also feels really short when you're just, like, in the zone. Oh my god. The number of times I told myself I had a week to do something, and I remember when I was in high school and I was trying to write fan fiction like every week. I would be like, okay, you have 1 week to finish a chapter. And I would spend the whole week not writing that chapter, and it would reach like Saturday, and I'd be like, oh shit, oh shit, oh shit, oh shit, oh shit, oh shit. The chapter's due tomorrow, the chapter's due tomorrow. My readers are going to go rabid. I'm doomed. Cranks out a near 3,000 word chapter in like 2 hours. 2 hours. That's crazy, because the times that it's taken me to write like even just 500 words to 1,000, and I did this under like pressure or some shit. I'm so mad about that. And I would post that shit. I didn't beta, I didn't proofread it. I just posted it as is, and people fucking ate it up. Like, I'm gonna be real with you. If you're writing fan fiction, I always see authors apologize and say, I'm sorry for my poor grammar. Usually this is also followed up with English is not their first language, but I'm just gonna go ahead and be real with you. The average reader does not really care about grammar. Like, most of us can't even talk in a proper sentence. Let's go ahead and be real with that. Most people don't care. If your story is entertaining, most people can, like, overlook stuff. Now, granted, I'm going to go ahead and say, you're gonna have, like, 1 or 2 haters who just absolutely have to be grammar Nazis about everything. Not only that, you're, like, I am going to state that there's a line. There's a line that should not be crossed when we're talking about this. For example, if you're somebody who writes their entire fic in leet speak, I'm going to burn that shit to the ground. I don't care about anything that you have to say on that one. Oh my god. I am going to say that it's like, as annoying as it is to me to like see this type of dialogue, not like, understand, I want to clarify something. If someone is doing this in like dialogue, it's a little less annoying, but when even your details are written in this aspect, it's just so hard to follow along. The really dumb part is, though, is that, I don't know, I just, like, I hear more and more people, like, talking like they're texting. And I'm just like, the number of people who will legitimately say, Lamau, lol, Ijbol, ROFL, is weird to me, because I just don't see the point of it, I guess. Lamau, got him. I don't get it. I guess this is like that disconnect. Like, you can say it's a disconnect between the generation. I just don't agree to that, because most of the people that I see talking like this are up in their 30s, which I'm almost there myself. It's just weird, I guess. I feel like it's less a gap in generation or age, and more it's a gap in like interaction with other people. It's a gap in interaction with social media and other people. So you don't, if you don't interact with people, you don't understand why there's this transition of language. That's not even getting into the fact that, oh my god, the way people speak and the new slang and the new like urban terms and everything else, the way shit, the speed in which I have to build a new vocabulary is insane. Like, oh my god, can we slow down and not come up with another, like, can we go like 3 or so months without coming up with another way to just say hello? Or, oh my god, that was such a cool moment. I don't know. I just feel like every time I turn around, there's some new phrase I've got to learn and learn how to incorporate into my dialogue. Nah, fuck it. I don't need to do shit. I'm old. I'm a boomer. I accept this. Oh my god. It's just wild. Old, yeah. I'm not sad about it. Like, so many people, I feel like on social media especially, like we've gotten to the point where it's like when we say like we're getting older, it's kind of funny. But the way I look at it is, I don't think there's anything wrong with getting older. I never got this, actually. Like, even as a kid, don't get me wrong, I made fun of my siblings for being older, but usually it was just like, you're older than I am. But otherwise, I never felt the need to, like, I guess, insult them for being older than me. Nah, SR's not on. It's just the Glitch X City music playing. Daddy, I know. But onward to writing. Writing. I actually had shit I wanted to say about writing, but then I lost it. Oh my god. Why? I guess I can segue into reading. There it goes. Yeah, there goes my thoughts. Just like my motivation to write. I'm so sad. I am so sad that I don't do any writing anymore. Like, I love to make stories as some, like, I just really do. I always have. Even when I was a kid, I remember writing, like, wanting to write a sequel to Lion King. This was before Lion King 2 came out. I don't know if that's true. When did Lion King 2 come out? Watch it be like 1995. Okay, when did this come out? Okay, so never mind. This was in 1998, so never mind. I just had never seen Lion King 2 by the time I was writing my own sequel. Look, I was born in the late 1990s, so I am technically an early 2000s kid. Dude, Lion King 2 was fantastic. That movie was so fucking good. And I swear, Disney, don't you fucking touch it. I'm getting real tired of your shit, where you take all of my animated childhood and toss them into the live-action blender and just shit all over it, because that is all that happens. I'm sorry. I am still... Dude... What do you mean remember DVDs? They still exist. Oh, I'm sorry. They're Blu-ray discs now. You know, the rebrand from DVD to Blu-ray disc never made much sense to me. I realized after I said that, you were probably talking about, like, streaming services. Like, now it's like, you want to watch something. You literally can have an entire archive of thousands of movies for just $12 a month. And when you think about how much money you actually save doing that, Like, people always talk about, it's like, oh my god, these streaming services are so expensive. But I literally am going to say, I want you to think about this. I want you to think about this. You now no longer have to spend money on physical copies of these DVDs. Which, by the way, are usually, like, depending on when the movie came out, could be anywhere between, what, $20 to $40? And that's just for one movie. But I pay like $15 a month, and I've got hundreds upon thousands of different titles all at my disposal, depending on what streaming service that I'm using. I'm gonna be real though, I don't pay for a streaming service. It's not because I think any of them are bad. It's just that literally there's too many streaming services for me to really want to pick one. Like, I ain't gonna lie. If I had to pick one, give me Disney Plus. But Fox, why would you pick Disney Plus? Because Disney movies are awesome. I would love to watch all of the old classics of Disney. Like, I can shit on the stuff Disney's doing now, but Disney defined a generation of, like, animation. Do you people, like, oh my god, like, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. There are just so many movies to name that I really could just bring up. That's not even getting into the fact that, like, even their old, like, live action movies were really, really good. Before they tried just adapting the animated stuff into live action, their live action stuff was, like, actually really fun to watch. I still love, like, movies like Hatching Pete. You know, it was this movie about this guy who's, like, ignored by everybody, and he's looking for a way to stand out, until one day his friend says, "Put on a chicken costume, Pete." And our story begins. That is an actual plot line, by the way. Like, the friend was originally, like, the mascot for the school or something, and he didn't want to do it because he was allergic to all the feathers from the costume. So he convinced Pete to wear the costume instead, and he was a phenomenal mascot. Oh my god. And don't even get me started on, like, the TV shows. How many of you guys remember Wizards of Waverly Place? That was, like, one of the best shows on Disney Channel for a long time. Dude, I can't tell if my, like, I can't tell if stream is lagging or if just for some reason my mic isn't picking me up at moments. I'll assume lagging because it's always lag for me. Like, I don't know why. You watched a couple of episodes? I can't share my joy of Wizards of Waverly Place with you. But it was a really, really good show. I loved it. Do you ever have shows that you love to watch, but they also just have these moments or even entire episodes that are just, they're so cringe that you actually have to just be like, nope, I'm not watching this. Oh my god, I remember physically, like, actually having shows that were like this, and I'd be like, I can't watch this, and I wouldn't change the channel. No. Instead of changing the channel, which would be the easiest thing to do, I literally got up and went outside for like 40 minutes. Let me clarify, 40 minutes. So not only enough time for the episode to end, but enough time for the next show to start and be almost halfway over, or even more than halfway over, just because one show was like, nope, can't watch this. That's insane. Little kid me did not have, like, a sense of logic. don't remember a lot of Disney Channel stuff because you only saw one-off episodes whenever you were at your grandma's place. She had cable and we did not. Oh, that's fair. That's very fair. When I was a little kid, we didn't have cable either. Like, I can't remember what finally convinced my mom to get cable or something. I think it was literally because she wanted to watch QVC. She had an addiction to buying things. But prior to that, we basically just went off of basic antenna channels, which, oh, thank God we managed to get Cartoon Network. Dude, there are so many shows to just think of like that were airing when I was a kid. I can't think of how many of them I actually like really sat and enjoyed. We were talking about writing, right? Like I was talking about how like I wrote a sequel to Lion King. You know what? Let's use the term wrote loosely, very loosely right here, okay? Because all it was, like if you went and had me put pen to paper, it was a bunch of squiggly lines. Cuz this was before I started school. It was just like it was like 5 pages of squiggly lines just drawn across it. And I would just sit there and talk as if there was an actual story being read. That is so fucking wild that I did that. I literally am only just now recalling this. And yes, you can say, Fox, are you sure this is what happened? I mean, that was a long time ago. Aren't you like 50? One, I'm not 50. I'm 59. I'm kidding. I'm not. But my point being is like, I just literally do remember doing this. Writing on like 5 pieces of paper in a composition notebook, just a bunch of squiggly ass lines, and pretending that there was an actual story written there and reading it to my family. Don't recall any stories you may or may not have written before your teen years, genuinely. I can remember a few. I was writing, let's see. There was Arrow, but my mom took over that story. We don't talk about that. The funny bit is that I would say Arrow is like the prototype to the story that now exists, or now should exist if Fox would ever actually, you know, use his keyboard and type it out. But like, Arrow eventually became Lucian. I'm gonna type it out in chat so people can see like how I spelled this, because I'm gonna show you exactly like what I do with names. Yeah, you see that? You see, do you see this whack ass spelling? This is how I do names. This is how I do names in my stories, like mostly in fantasy settings, is that I will take very simple names. Like, okay, Albert, Albrecht. Like, I will take simple words or simple names and I'll change the spelling to make them sound more fantastical. Why does Albrecht sound German? I mean, it doesn't actually sound German, but it looks German. I'm just saying. Oh my god. Oh, please don't flame me. I hope that's just like, I hope that's not like a slur. Like, that's not, I'm hoping that's like not a German slur or something that maybe I stumbled across and am deciding to use for a character name. Oh my god. Another example, for my Pathfinder group when I was in high school, I took the name Kyle and I made it into Kyle. Like this is how I do names for fantasy settings, is I take very simple names and I make them look different. I think Star once described it as like it just looks like these names are very Star, how did you describe it? You're like those cringe Zoomer parents who had a bajillion letters to common names. Thank you. That's what it was. I mean, I would never name my kids these types of names. I do want to clarify that. Literally, this is just... Thank you, Star. Reading my mind, as always. I don't know why you do that. You should stop. My mind is a scary place. Like, I would not name my own kids like this, but it's like, doing it like this for fantasy stories just makes it feel better, I guess. Can't be worse than yours. Do we want to talk about the fact that, like, I don't know. Like, so many times I want to ask you is like, what is Kage's ethnicity? Because I'm like, I'm looking at all the names and I'm like, yes, okay. Okay, so her ethnicity is yes. Because I'm just like, you have Ash and Ashura, and then we have Kage. I'm just like, why the Japanese name? But honestly speaking, I don't care. I think it's great. And it's not any worse than I've ever done. Okay, I've definitely done that. Can't just name her Shadow. That's too edgy. That and you would probably be sued by Sega. Or people would assume that she's a hedgehog. Dude, I have Sonic Adventure 2 and I kind of want to play it. Oh, things for the future, things for the future. Like, I have so many games on my Steam library that I want to play, but the reason I don't is, of course, because my PC is a potato. My plan is to save money. I'm hoping that by my birthday of this year, I will finally have a new PC. That's my goal, is to have the new PC by my birthday. I know exactly which anime she's talking about, but I won't talk about it. I think we've done enough of that. Dude, writing for me and making stories was like, it was an adventure. Like, okay, here's the cringe part of all this. How many people like playing pretend? Nobody? Oh, well, I kind of do in my head. Okay, leave me alone. That's how I come up with stories. Is I live an entire life as these characters inside my head. And I can constantly think, this is what this character would do, because it's me in the driver's seat every single time. Now you might think, Fox, wouldn't they just all make the same decision? And it's like, no, they wouldn't. Because I am in touch with their personalities, and I understand exactly what kind of decisions they would make. Because they're still basically the decisions I would make if I had a certain twist to my personality. You would think that would translate to acting, right? Dude, I loved it when I finally took drama class, and I kind of wish I took it for more years than I did. I only took it for 1 year, and oh my god, that is such a regret. Yeah, that's fair. Star, put the squirrel down. Put the squirrel down. Uh-huh. Where did I get Garrix's name? Sorry, I'm just like... sorry, very random thought, but I actually just thought about this. I'm like, how did I come up with Garrix's name? I feel like it was such a random thing. I don't know. I feel like I was going through like a list of names. Did I get Garrix from Gary? Like, I feel like I feel like for some reason I took the name Gary and turned it into Garrix. What's really funny is that nobody pronounces Garrix's name correctly. Not even me. I don't correct anybody. It's just because you get so into it that you just kind of like, you forget. Because everybody says Garrix. Garrix. Rix. It's just Garrix. The E is supposed to be silent. So you would say it like Garrix. Garrix. But you know what? Garrix doesn't care. Garrix doesn't care. He's just like, you can say it any way you want. Just don't call him short. Then he is obligated to beat your ass. Until he rolls a nat 1 and then misses every single time. Oh my god, that's the worst part about D&D is when I just keep missing. Garrix is a short. He's like, he's not a short king. He's 5'11". I love that joke. I just love it. Dude, imagine this guy who just like hits his head on things being like, man, I hate the fact that I'm so short. Why do I gotta be the short one? I ain't gonna lie. When I was coming up with Garrix's backstory, I almost wanted to put in like he has like a part dragon sibling that is not Astra. Look. Don't judge his mom. But then I was like, you know what? Because this was before we had like the whole dichotomy of like Garrix and Astra just having a sibling relationship. So I was like, I thought it would be funny if like Garrix actually had other half-orc siblings, but their halves were different from his. But then I'm like, you know what? Let's just let them be full orcs. Because it's just going to make the payoff of the joke be so much better. Bam, 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 bam. I also love the fact that there are so many times where I've just like made like joke items And it turns out it's like, oh no, those are things. Like, I think I made a joke earlier on in the campaign, and oh my god, yes, the cart. I love that canonically, yes, we have a cart stuffed in a bag that is purely just meant to drag Astra around whenever she's just like not wanting to go anywhere. It's like, all right, load her up in the cart. Of course, now we have a wooden horse. What are we doing with that? Maybe we could sell it. Just for the great part is that Alex literally is just letting me do shit like this. Like, he absolutely could go DM on like the tomfoolery and say, no, Fox, you can't do that. But he's like, no, this is great. And I fucking love it. I also love the fact that more or less we have turned him into an actual character in the game. We just break fourth wall and acknowledge there is a god named Alex. Okay, we were talking about writing, right? I get so jumbled on topics. I don't know. It's just like, I think one thing I wanted to talk about is like, because I think I saw the question again recently, and this question always kind of like, it feels like it's almost like a stupid question, but I can understand why people would be confused by this. So it was somebody asking, why do people write fan fiction when they can write their own stories? I think this is a super common question for people who, one, aren't writers, or sometimes even are writers. But just haven't stepped outside of their bubble, I guess, is the best way to put it. Like, I don't have any other way to describe it. Because the simple answer is that some people want to write, but they just don't want to make their own stuff. That's all there is to it. Like, they want to write a story based on this really cool scenario from their favorite story. Like, hey, what's up, Bedivie? Like, okay, example, I'm gonna use Percy Jackson in this case. Like, what if Percy did not develop a fear of his powers? I'm gonna leave it as ambiguous as that. Like, there's a whole scenario that you could go over that changes the core of his relationships with other people. And that's fascinating. But you wouldn't have that same fascination if you were reading about a character that you have no idea about. What if everyone in Star's book wasn't horribly traumatized? Yeah, exactly. Like, what it really comes down to is some people just want to explore a scenario using their favorite characters. That's it. They don't necessarily want to write their own stuff. Like, I'm big into writing my own stuff and writing fan fiction. I love it. I wrote fan fiction all the time when I was a kid. Let me see. I think I got started with Dragon Ball as my main fan fiction project. I used to do all kinds of stuff. I used to be like, what if Vegeta had a daughter? And then I was like, what if that daughter dated Gohan? Could you imagine how pissed off Vegeta would be? I think a lot of people did that, actually. What if Gohan actually got mad at Goku for abandoning them after the Cell games? Like, that's actually a really cool exploration. Oh my god, what are some other stories? Like, I have other examples that I could use, but some of them belong to the forbidden anime and stars here, so we just won't mention it. Oh my god, there's so many scenarios, like, what? I'm just gonna leave it alone. I'm gonna leave it alone. Yeah, sometimes people just wanna make their favorite characters fuck each other. Sometimes it's more about exploring relationships and ships that people love. Sometimes those ships are ones that I cannot possibly understand. Like, literally, there are just some ships that I am literally like, why do you ship this? Now, I want to be clear. Never assume that a fanfic writer actually actually believes in like the stuff that their characters are doing, or even believes in the ship that they are using to write their story. I have found that a lot of people sometimes want to write stuff just for like the shock value, or for this. It's the same reason like people make certain types of videos, and it's really just down to getting people to click and read your story. Sometimes you just want to read one half of your parent dying in the arms of others, and canon just ain't doing that for me. Oh, why? Why? I recently found that fic again of like Maya aged up. She's in college, so they've made her the same age as Phoenix when the fic starts, by the way, is what I mean. Like, she's in college when the fic starts, and she ends up having a kid with Phoenix, and I fucking love that story. Oh, it's so sweet. Do I actually think that Maya and Phoenix are a good ship? No, not really. Understand, I didn't watch the anime, which is where, like, in my personal opinion, is where most of the shipping really comes from. Because genuinely, as of playing the games, I'm like, it feels more like they kind of have a brother-sister vibe going on. You know what I mean? Oh, I get it. Fox actually ships Phoenix with Edgeworth. It's the proper ship after... No, I don't. I don't ship the two of them at all. Like, I'm gonna be real with you. Here is how I imagine that I feel like Edgeworth would actually be uncomfortable being Phoenix's partner in that fashion. And I'm going to explain why. Because Edgeworth seems like the kind of person who cannot handle, like, intimacy. Emotional intimacy. Like, we've seen Phoenix the one time he dated. Right? So, like, Phoenix... in that particular segment, like when it comes to like romance and love, I feel like he's very expressive. I feel like Edgeworth would be uncomfortable, not because he hates affection, but because he would almost be in like this state of like feeling like he's not showing enough affection. And it would just be this whole thing like between the two of them where it's like Edgeworth is constantly worrying that, you know, maybe he's not being expressive enough. Are you saying you wouldn't do that for, like, say, Aiden? Yeah, so... I'm just saying. I'm not saying that I couldn't see Phoenix and Maya being shipped. Because anything can be shipped. Anything can be shipped. I think that's totally valid. But from the perspective of the games, they don't give you enough. I feel like the anime is gonna give me much more of that vibe. Or who knows, maybe the more I play the new trilogy, I say new, but the remake of it, maybe that'll give me more to go off of. Oh no, I absolutely agree with you. I do believe that Edgeworth, at the very least, like, I just don't think he cares for relationships. I genuinely just think that he is a guy who is married to his work, and there is nothing wrong with that. I'm just also stating that, like, if he and Phoenix were in a relationship, I could see Edgeworth being very uncomfortable with how expressive Phoenix is. Like, have you ever seen those couples? Like, you have one side that is just, like, kind of clingy, really lovey-dovey, and the other one is just like, I don't like this. This makes me feel uncomfortable kind of thing. Like, I feel like that's the kind of couple they would be. And I've seen that type of couple in action, by the way. It's just like, it's a whole thing. But yeah, that's kind of how I view it. I think I need some water. Hydration is important. But I also don't want to get up out of my chair. I also found that fic again. The one where instead of Maya, it's Iris. Dude, okay, spoiler alerts to anybody who hasn't played Ace Attorney, but I gotta say this. Man, poor Pearl. I swear to God, like, that girl could not catch a break. Like, can you imagine how fucked up her life was after that trial? Like, the game just kind of skirts on by with it, but it's like, that's just so fucking insane. I also love how Pearl never acknowledges the fact that it's like, oh, hey, I have 2 sisters. That's so cool. Oh, wait, one of them's dead. And the other one's going to jail. Oh, so I guess I don't have sisters anymore. No acknowledgement whatsoever of this fact. Oh my God. Doubt anyone told her? I think that's almost worse. I don't know. And then I'm realizing the scary part is we left Pearl to be raised by Maya. Oh boy. Should we be worried? Implying what? I wasn't implying anything. I think I was being very... What am I implying? I don't think I was implying anything. I asked, should we be concerned that we left a child to be raised by Maya? That's a lot of responsibility for however old Maya is. What is she, 17? Maybe 18? I don't know. $18, okay. It gets really confusing because the passage of time between these 3 games is insane. I wonder if we're gonna meet with Detective Gumshoe in Apollo Justice. I would be so sad. Like, of all the characters that I really want to see again, I want to see Gumshoe. Detective Dick Gumshoe on the job. I fucking love that dude. He's so great. Oh, man. I swear they better not have replaced him. We need him back. We need more time with him. Shit, I was talking about. I love how off topic I get, but we were talking about fan fiction, and then that led into Ace Attorney. I'm sorry. Oh my god, but no, I'm still up for talking more about Ace Attorney. That game, I re-downloaded the game. I told Star this. I re-downloaded it because I want to play it during my off time. I also want to use it for like other stuff, but for the most part, the game is really fun. I suffered on stream with it. I'm not going to lie. I feel like streaming it was kind of a nightmare. I don't really know how else to describe it, because it's not that the game was bad. It was just my experience streaming it was awful. A lot of times I felt very pressured to make progress. I think every streamer does. And that led to me like just not enjoying myself. I also want to say I did not pace myself very well on the game. Yeah, exactly. I felt pressure to make progress, so I didn't want to get stuck in one spot for 3 hours, which ironically enough is what happened anyways, because I was rushing it. And also because I wouldn't save scum. Look, I have nothing against people who save scum, but it's just not for me. I am like, no, you take that fucking L with pride. You didn't have to cheat. You managed to fail all on your own. And now you will succeed by going over it again. Even though that's basically just save scumming, but save scumming is just doing all of that. It's losing, but with no penalty. But yeah, so I'm really excited to also play Apollo Justice and the other Phoenix Wright games. So that's going to be really exciting. I'm hoping that I pace myself a lot better in these games. That's my big concern. So right now what I'm wanting to do is I'm wanting to, like, one day a week we play Ace Attorney. Just one day a week. We might double up on some weekends, but I never want to be forced to do it. You know what I mean? Like, a part of me is always worried about, like, constantly changing what I'm uploading, because it's like, how can any person be like, oh, I like this guy's content. Wait a minute. Wait, he changed the game? He changed his game. Why did he do that? He didn't finish. And that's the kind of the big thing that's like you get warned against whenever you're starting a YouTube channel. Yeah, I bought the entire bundle. But it is just kind of realizing it's like, I'm not starting a YouTube channel. My channel has been in existence for 4 years by this point. My Twitch channel has existed. I don't remember. I can go check. Dude, Alpha Rad, what? Sorry, this is like my 3rd notification from this dude today. Let's see. Steam. Library. Let's see. Danganronpa 2, Goodbye Despair. Danganronpa Trigger Happy Havoc. Danganronpa V3, Killing Harmony. And Danganronpa Another Episode, Ultra Despair Girls. Yeah, I think it included Ultra Despair Girls. Why do I feel like I should be worried? Ooh, that reminds me, I need to go check my wish list to see if there's a release date for that other game I'm wanting to play. Let me go check this. I do in fact plan on playing this, as long as it's not too expensive. Okay. Oh, it's okay. According to this, it's coming out next month. Okay. Ah! Okay. No, that's not what I was thinking of. Oh, this is the planned release date. Okay. No, I didn't sneeze. I just dropped a cup. If you must know, I was looking. I'm wanting to play Date Everything. Cause why the fuck not? I just think it would be really dumb and really funny. So hopefully we get a price eventually, and hopefully it's not too expensive, because my wallet could probably not take it. I'm just saying. My wallet's already looking a little thin right now. It's actually not that bad. Dude, going back to fanfiction a little bit here. I've been on such a dry spell for fanfic updates. And that isn't to say that nothing has been updating. It's more just like nothing I want to read is getting updated. Like, I have a select, like, maybe 5 or 6 fics that I have hyper fixated on, and I'm just like, please update, please update, please update. I'm begging you. Nothing. It really, really does suck. You know what also sucks? I haven't seen an Atus update in a long, long time. I wonder when the last update was. Oh my god. When did you update Atus, Star? Like, when was the last full chapter update? Not just, like, wasn't it like 3 years ago? She's gone silent. January 31st, 2023. So it's been a little over 2 years. Oh, wow. I mean, that's better than me, who hasn't written a single damn thing. Wait a minute, I gotta check this. Please tell me that this was just somebody trolling me. I'm really hoping so. Okay, let me see. Okay, so far I don't see anything too big. Ooh, I thought that they were already busting out, like, a new pack of cards or something. which would have sucked. Sorry, I'm talking about Pokemon TCG Pocket. I'm kind of addicted to it. You heard nothing. But holy hell, is it hard to complete a pack. I don't know how many packs of the Lunala packs I've opened, and there are still cards that I don't have. Did I get the Ninetales shop? No, I keep forgetting about the event. Have you gotten it yet? I always keep forgetting about the battle events. Like, it just slips my mind every single time. That's why I don't have the Rayquaza. Ray. You guys say Rayquaza or Rayquaza? I feel like I used to say Rayquaza. But then No, I used to always say Rayquaza. Rayquaza just sounds weird. Hey, what's up, Gogty? How's it going? Hey, you're off work? Welcome to the off work gang. So is that Quaza? Or Quaza? Quaza? Okay. I don't know. Rayquaza just sounds weird. I feel like it... I mean, to be fair, it's probably just because I always said Rayquaza. So, as a result, it's like, to me, Rayquaza sounds normal. It's... I was gonna say it's kind of like when we're talking about English dub versus English sub kind of thing, where it's like whatever you're used to tends to be your preference. Like, I've watched both dubs and subs, and genuinely, I think they're both enjoyable. I genuinely think that both of them are enjoyable. Because I'll go and say this now. I recently watched Link Click Season 2. I have not seen Season 1. That is a funny thing to admit. And, well, we were watching it on the Chinese dub. We were watching the Chinese dub. And that sounded so weird to me. I was like, what is this? Because I couldn't say genuinely if the voice acting was good or bad, because it was actually really good. It was fantastic. Like, the way that I would describe it is like, it just sounded like normal people having conversations. Like, that's all it sounded like. And that was good. Like, that allowed me to get invested. And I really did like it. Like, that was the thing. I really want to go back and watch it in both the Japanese dub and the English dub to kind of do a comparison, a comparative view of what it sounds like. Because, again, I'll state, I believe preference is the biggest deciding factor of what you're going to listen to. So, Fox, what's your preference for English dub versus sub? I'm going to piss off a lot of people by saying... Like, by saying dub. I tend to like dubs a little bit better because I can understand what's being said. Like, it's that simple. Subs are great, but I don't necessarily like the fact that my attention is drawn to the subtitles more than anything else, because I'm having to read that in order to understand what's being said. And people get mad at me and they say, idiot can't multitask. I can multitask just fine. I just don't want to. Like, don't insult someone just because their taste isn't in line with yours. Like that's like me saying like Star is incompetent because she doesn't like the forbidden anime, but I do. Those do not equal at all. It's just a matter of preference, where Star enjoys an impactful story where everything is wrapped up in a neat little bow. Like, it's a comprehensive story. Me, I don't mind the turn your brain off, like, Star, I'm trying to make a point. I don't mind the turn your brain off anime. I like them when it's just something as simple as, like, I just want to watch something. I don't necessarily care what's happening. I just want to watch something with flashy lights and cool fights. That's it. That's all I'm looking for. So I like it. Are there things that I criticize about the story? Yeah, Star knows I criticize the story a lot. Now, some of my criticisms have turned out to be invalid because I was remembering key points wrong, but it still doesn't necessarily make it any better, because the writing style is more, how do I put this? Yeah, you like it when stories make sense. I don't think being Aro has anything to do with, like, enjoying a romantic story, because that really has more to do with you than it does anything else. I mean, there's a lot of people who are asexual, but they like reading smut for some reason. They enjoy writing it, honestly. Oh, it is kind of silly, but it's like, it's not anything. It's not like something, how do I put this? I mean, some people on the internet are weird, and they're gonna be like, oh, does this invalidate your, like, this belief of what you are? It's like, not really. Like, okay, let me put it like this. I'm trying to get to the point here, but it's just like, it's gonna be weird to put this out there, but it's like, okay, I'm straight, probably, but I can enjoy a story where the MCs are not, where they're homosexual. I can enjoy a yaoi story. I genuinely have. Why? Because the story was good. Like, like, the subject matter doesn't really matter. If the story was good, the story was good. I think it's good irrespective of what I am. What were we talking about? I know we were talking about writing. And then we were talking about sub versus dub, and how it's just kind of silly to have a debate, because it's like, do you like the show? Do you want other people to enjoy the show that you like? Let them enjoy it in the fashion that they prefer. I often see the criticism of English dub and people saying it's cringe, because there's a core concept here. First up, you have people who get upset because dubs aren't 100%, like, how do I put this? They're not 100% from the subtitles. And the first thing you have to understand is that Asian languages are very flowery. They would not translate well to English directly. So localizers have to do what they gotta do in order to make it fit. You hate it when dubs add in cringe Western trends into your anime. See, that's where we go back into localization. That's not a fault of, like, because here's the thing. When I talk about the dubs, I do mostly talk about like the voice acting and stuff, because we're kind of talking about some things that are very different. When we're talking about like, okay, it's not that you hate dub, it's that you hate how localizers are handling like are handling the information that's being given to them. Their job is mostly just to be like, okay, take this scene and put it into a way that Western audience can more easily understand. And we've actually seen times when the localizers are very hands-off and jokes that would be in the original version brought over to a Western audience, people don't really understand it. Okay, if we're talking about already seen in sub, this again goes back to preference. Now, admittedly, yes, some of them are just genuinely bad. I haven't seen the Spy Family dub, or I watched subtitle, I think. But this also goes back to expectation, because you watched the first version. So whether you knew it or not, you're going into the new one and you're still expecting to hear the same voices. You don't really expect it, but it's there. Expectation is another killer for a lot of dub and sub watchers, where it's like, if I'm used to one voice, it's really hard to listen to the other voice. Like, I'll go ahead and say this, that from this aspect, it was really hard for me to watch, like, because I did this. I had been watching One Piece English dub for years, but I wanted to catch up to where they were currently, so I watched it in sub. And that was a hard transition, because I kept expecting to hear the English dub voices. That I was like, what the hell is this? Same with Naruto, same with a lot of anime, where it's like, it's really hard when you already have it built into your mind how a character is supposed to sound. So genuinely, as much as I always want to do a comparative view for like dub versus sub, I kind of just don't ever actually want to do it, because I know that I'm going to fall into that bias. Like, whichever one I watched first is probably going to build up more momentum for me. But I should still do it. I should still go watch the Spy Family dub just to hear it, because I'm curious to see like what it is that's so bad about it. Another one, another criticism when we're talking about like how people will talk about like what's cringe, it will be the aspect of that's not how English speakers talk. Like that's a big one that I often hear. It's like, yo, that's not how we actually talk. And I think you would find that a lot of Japanese people would probably say the same thing about the original Japanese dub. Because it's kind of the same thing. Language has to be adjusted in order to match up with what they're doing. Like, that's just the way it goes. I need to find some water. My throat is parched. Not me about to knock over my whole desk just to back up my seat. Okay, I'm back. There was water right behind me. All right. Now, having said all this, am I a huge defender of dub? Yes. Because there are so many good dub voice actors. Like, people who tell me just straight out, it's like, I won't watch a dub because English dubs are bad. Oftentimes they watched one bad dub and they'll just leave. They'll be like, no, I never want to watch this again. But it's like, no, I've heard some amazing English dub voice actors. I've heard some amazing voice actors that, genuinely speaking, deserve a lot of credit. So when I hear someone say it's like they never want to watch an English dub, I feel bad because it's like you're not getting to see the incredible talent that does exist over here. This isn't to say that the Japanese ones aren't great voice actors. This is just to say it's like it's a different community, basically. No, totally understandable. It's totally understandable, Star. Like, I'm not attacking your preference. If you want to watch solely in sub because you're a huge fan of, what's her name, Aoi Yuki? Sorry, I'm bad with names for the most part. Like, unless it's a name, like, unless I am just like constantly in conversation or like something to remind me of names. Like, you're a huge fan of their work. It like, and I feel like that's another big thing that adds to your preference is like you have these voice actors that you're very attached to, so it's like you would rather listen to their shows in their language, right? Because obviously you're not going to hear Aoi Yuki in English dub. Man, that would be wild. But my point is like that's another thing, is like these voice actors are celebrities, and how many of us actually will just go and watch something because this person that we really enjoy watching or listening to is a part of something? I think a very good example is Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. So many fans will go watch a movie purely because he's in it. I don't really get the hype, but they'll do it. Jack Black. I ain't gonna lie, that dude is fucking awesome. Like, I don't know. I'm usually a complainer, like, when they decide to have, like, normal actors taking over the position of that, like, easily could have gone to, like, a voice actor that I would have loved to have heard. But Jack Black is fucking phenomenal. And genuinely though, after like really thinking about it, that opinion has shifted. Because the reality of it is that there's no difference between regular acting and voice acting. At the end of the day, they're the same thing. They're both actors. It doesn't matter that one is in front of a camera and the other is behind a microphone. Like, I think it's great, honestly, that we have the ability to open up such amazing opportunities to people. But going back to, like, who are some people that I would, like, really stop and listen to? Easily Alejandro Saab. I think I've already mentioned that. He's, like, one of my favorite content creators. I watched him back in high school. These days, he is Sayu VTuber. And I think if I were to think of like one of his most prominent roles, it would be either Jinyuin from Honkai Star Rail or Akihiko Kayaba. It is Kayaba, right? No, my brain is thinking wrong. I know it's Akihiko. Sonata. Where did I get Kayaba? I never call him Sonata. I always call him Akihiko. I don't know where I got Kayaba from. I was like, what the fuck? Is that an actual character or just somebody's name that I just... Fuck. His name is actually Akihiko Kayaba? Oh my god. I don't even know why. I wasn't even thinking of SAO. But okay, Akihiko Sonata. Damn. I wasn't even thinking of SAO, but my mouth started moving before my brain really thought about it. And then I was like, what? That's not right. Kayaba's not right. And then I was like, hold on, isn't that the character from SAO? What the fuck? Why was this dude on my brain? Is it just because of all the SAO stuff I had to listen to last night? That's it, I'm blaming Lisa. My nemesis. But yeah, Akihiko Sonata, Jingyuin from Honkai Star Rail. Yo, Alex Lee is a phenomenal voice actor. I'm gonna go ahead and say this. First of all, I'm already impressed by the work he does as like Juno from Solo Leveling, but also just some of the other like really crazy things he's also done. Hold on, let me. No, I lost the video, the link to the video I was gonna watch later. I gotta go find it again. Let's see, where is it? Okay, there it is. Okay, just gonna shrink myself a bit here. All right, gonna move myself over there. Does this website have a dark mode? I feel like it should. I guess not. Website, it's not want to come up. Okay, here we go. Moving on. I think one of the roles that is the most surprising that he's done is easily Zenitsu. Like, Alex has such a deep voice. I am honestly like, how do you voice this dude? Yeah, he is in Date Everything. I saw that and I'm like, oh, I'm so glad I'm gonna be playing this game. Sakamoto Days. I already knew about the Batman thing. Let's see. Dan. Makoto Yuki, Faros, Ryoji Mochizuki. Mm-hmm. Who else? Poor guy has to play Lancelot. I'm so sorry, man. Dude, I never realized he played Mashal. I never realized he played Mash Burned It. I don't know what you're talking about, Star. What is this? Okay, I don't know what that is, but alright. But I don't know what you're talking about. What are we talking about? Let's see. Any others that I recognize? Shinji Hiroko, Jushiro Ukitake, Ryunosuke Yuki. Though, oh, that's actually really surprising, honestly. Hey, Shaman King! Damn it, now I really want... Well, no, I really don't. OG Shaman King all the way. But yeah, as you can see, very, very interesting. Okay, that one gets a laugh out of me. The Anos Voldigode. Oh my god, that's like... That was one of my favorite anime for a while. I had a massive hyperfixation on the Misfit of Demon King Academy. Oh my god. It was such a good show. It was really stupid. But it was like One Punch Man with magic. I kind of wonder how he voiced Brendan. I'm curious now. And apparently he also did the narration of a My Little Pony thing. Interesting. What? He was in FNAF? Star is learning so much about her favorite her favorite English dub voice actor. Oh man. I think this is also something that is actually very realistic, by the way, because this is another criticism I often see about voice acting. Mostly, it's not so much a criticism of the dubs, but something that I have noticed that a lot of people tend to be very annoyed by is that they feel like there's not a lot of variety. Like, I've seen people mention, it's like, it feels like the same actors all of the time are just in everything. As somebody who doesn't watch enough anime anymore, or somebody who doesn't watch enough English subbed, or sorry, Japanese dubbed anymore, it's like, I don't know how true that is. I do know that the community for voice actors between over here in America and in Japan, that's two different spheres. I'm gonna go ahead and say that. That is a whole other conversation to be had. I don't even know all of it, so I'm not really gonna offer up anything either. Like I said, most of what I've been talking about here has just been pointing out like stuff like I've gotten into arguments with people about. Those have been the main things that I often get talked to about. And there's a lot of other things that people have talked about in respect to anime in total. Like, hey, why are anime characters white? I'm pretty sure every anime fan has dealt with that question at least once from a non-anime watcher. Like, every single time. And it's really hard to explain that for the most part, they're not. It's just that the skin tone used for these characters, we have neutralized it to be as like Caucasian skin tone. But if you ask somebody from, like, say, Japan, they would probably say is like, nope, they're Japanese. I don't know. It's definitely a hard one to answer because I see it. I do see what these people mean. Hey, thank you, Star. I'm glad that you don't want to leave me alone, which is why we have a special treat for you planned. We have a special treat that you already got spoiled for. So, first of all, if you made it to this little segment, you have made it to the end of me yapping for like 2 hours, which is crazy. Thank you for being here. I especially thank Star for putting up with me for 2 hours. I did not think I was actually gonna be able to do it. But again, thank you, everybody. Thank you for making it to the end of this segment of the VOD. So thank you, VOD watchers. This is where we're going to cut it here for this segment of the video. Actually, I might make it one whole video no matter what, because this doesn't really change anything. This could easily still be a part of Yapping because I still have stuff I want to talk about as we're watching it. But I would like to show you guys a video presented by Star. Welcome, everybody, to Star's best Twitch clips of 2024. This video is old. Technically, I've already seen it, but I'm hoping... Oh, let me turn off that music. I'm hoping to give some context clues to at least the clips that I made, because I feel bad that I can't watch Star's streams anymore, so I can't make any more clips unless I go watch her streams retroactively. This is not true. She put a gun to my head. I'm just saying.
I've made a severe lapse in my
Kiwi!
judgment.
No, there will.
The fucking shriek! Oh man. Run it back, please. I can't run it back.
Wait, hold on.
I can't run it back.
Was that one of mine? I think Run It Back was one of mine, but I can't remember. I just remember thinking it was really funny for some reason. And I was like, you know what? I'll run it back for you. That's what it was. That's what it was. We were saying run it back, and I was like, you know what? Fuck it. I'll do it. What were you snacking on? Is that all this clip is you eating? Oh no, she's jamming!
Alright.
That cut off so abruptly. That cut off so abruptly.
Nick Advent would kill me if he knew I was putting Martha in the same party as this guy.
Nah.
Jesus.
Dude, I haven't been in the bell choir since I was 12. Please do not find me on Pornhub.
I do not know how to respond to that one. The statement still, yeah, I bet. Moving on.
Quote that. Someone quote that.
Somebody
Someone
did.
quote that.
It's on the quote list.
Baby, you better quote that.
I thought the name was Pavlov because the name rings a bell.
Good job. Good job.
You know what? I give us 6 for
Your
that
mom's
joke.
single.
Oh. Oh no.
That's none of your business, big anime titty.
Hey, wait a minute. I see Fox. Apparently, Fox was sad about missing the 5-star CE in this banner. I don't know what that was about. I also still have no idea what the fuck is going on. Just imagine, like, a chatter being like, is your mom single? See, Star, what you should have done is you should have done my response to this. I mean, obviously you can't, but God, I really am glad I have never been asked that question.
Fan.
I forgot Mama Star was there. Yes!
And here's some for you too.
Look, Raka, it's a woman that you can actually date because she's your
Judging by
age.
her reaction, seems the rumors might be true.
Ooh. That hurt. And not Raka getting burned, by the way. That joke hurt.
The persimmon tree we told you about. You know. the
Why
one
are
that
you
walked out of
dying?
school.
By studying the teaching of previously inaccessible sects. Knowledge, understanding, and odor, and you can clap for the one you think is best.
That
Star
was
seems
me.
to have the enthusiasm and the naming, and the naming sensibilities.
So that's a fucking lie.
Star suggested D's nuts.
Yes, what an
Yeah.
incredibly sensible name.
Wow. That's an overwhelming
Pain?
pain.
Okay, but what do you mean by
Pain.
I've been watching a lot of his shorts recently.
Alright. Alright, good video.
Star, you're not planning on buying a Switch 2, right? Like, you realize that is a very, very dumb idea, right? Dude, I don't mean to stop this, but the licensing thing that they're doing is so dumb. I'm hoping that, like, eventually they'll realize that they should not do that and fix it. Because otherwise, I don't see many people wanting to continually buy their products. I'm just saying.
Videos, you guys. Good videos. You killed Google Chrome, but it's fine. Oh, don't look
Hey.
at that. Don't look at that. BB sent me that yesterday. Don't worry about
Oh?
it. Don't worry about that.
Well, I'm worried about that.
An easy rule that we may or may not have traded to each other
Oh
through the
shit.
power of
Did I tell you I got an auto fetter?
cool.
You. I'm just kidding. I didn't get an auto fetter.
Yeah, I know. I've been watching your stream.
Okay, this joke is flying way over my head. I'm not gonna lie. Oh.
Shot.
Okay. Okay, I was about to say, it's like, I think this clip went on for way too long, and then it's like, oh. Never mind, I get the punchline. That was actually well worth the wait. That was well worth the wait.
Okay.
Okay, I get it now. The star is dying.
Whatever, dude. Okay.
How?
Star has magic powers. She manipulates the RNG.
Wait, it starts with an E and
It
ends
ends
in
with
an
an
ING.
ing. Yes. That's all I'm gonna say.
What?
Is it a game or a
Evening.
song?
It's a game that
Starts with an
that she wants me to play, that I might have to play when I get a PC because of her.
Elden Ring?
No! He said it! Fuck!
The moment when everybody realizes Star never actually needed a new PC in order to play Elden Ring because she bought the damn game on her PlayStation. So Star, where's that Elden Ring playthrough? Ah? Ah? When we getting that? I wouldn't mind, like, honestly speaking, like, I would play once I get a new PC, but I also don't want to play by myself. I would do it in co-op, like, because I believe there's a co-op mod for it, but you wouldn't be able to do that because it's on PlayStation. So you're fucked. Just buy it again. Just when you get another TV to hook up your PS4 to. Well, I guess we know what your next sub goal is for.
Fake.
It's not your It's not your fault.
Oh.
He cheated on us.
Oh,
He left us, now he's dying.
no.
Poor health recently. The fact that I had to step down from the lead role in our play. Why, guys? Why? It's like you guys have no empathy.
Oh, look who's talking.
All that, you're saying it's all my fault. Wait! Oh,
Yes!
shit!
Hold on. Let me back this up. Let me back this up a little bit.
You're saying it's all my fault. Wait!
I just want to show everybody something. So, this is what we like. Wait, hold on. Reaction. No, I forgot. It will just adjust. But in any case, please take a look to the image of the person above me. This is what we call the look of realization when you fuck up. Oh, man, that was hilarious. And it's funny every single time.
Wait! Oh, shit! Oh, no!
It's great.
I have no empathy.
No, you don't.
Oh, no!
And it's ironic I'm the one saying this.
You guys vote for Summer Scotty? I'm going for all of them. All three of them.
Okay, this
Oh,
was also
shit.
mine. This was also mine. Excuse me while I just... How do I save this image? Look, okay, I'm not ashamed to say that Yor is hot, and Yor with a ponytail is even better. So sue me.
Oh, good God!
Bong
Skip,
the
why don't you
streamer?
Stop taking pictures. As if I would stop.
But you're the
taking
streamer.
Pictures.
Yeah, this was also mine, I believe.
Wait, I need to do something cute.
Dude, I had a blast with the clips in this. I had a blast with clips on this stream. It was great.
Oh! Oh, God, I wish that were me. Okay, I'm sorry.
I'm sorry. I think we need to hear that one on repeat, guys. Don't you agree? You do? All right.
Oh! Oh, God, I wish that were me. Okay, I'm sorry.
Think we need to hear that a third time? Yeah. Oh man, I had an absolute ball with the clips for this stream. It was great. Oh man.
Oh, good God, I wish that were me.
Oh, I didn't even have to
Oh,
replay
good
it.
God. Oh, good God, I'm pregnant. To the internet, come and take a seat.
We're not gonna let that one slide right by, are we? I feel like we should. If only just for the sake of our own sanity. Moving on.
Would you like to see the news or any famous women's feet? There's no need to panic. This isn't a test. Haha. Just nod and shake your head and we'll do the rest. Welcome to the internet. What would you prefer? Would you like to fight for civil rights or tweet a racial slur?
You know, honestly, I'm surprised that you didn't try to get me back by clipping this too when you forced me to do it.
Welcome to the internet. Put your cares aside. Here's a
I am
demonstrating
honestly
hustler. Here's a
surprised.
9-year-old who died. Got movies and doctors and fantasy sports.
Because I specifically remember. No. It was Zephyric, I think, who forced me to sing. And I picked the same song.
He just sent you more. Don't act surprised, you know you like it, you whore. See a man beheaded, get offended, see a shrink.
Suffering from success.
That is not what I wanted.
Well, too bad it's what you got. And that was supposed to be what, a daily disappointment?
Alright, okay.
False advertising.
This is a hate crime. Good.
What?
I hope it's a hate crime. No, I'm not gonna do it for real.
What the heck? I thought I saw a shadow, but it's just Junpei.
That is so mean. Damn you, Kari. Junpei ain't that ugly.
God damn it.
Like, it's not his fault that he's a 6 in a room full of 8s.
Fox is quitting P4. Alright, saw that one coming.
1,
I don't blame him in the
2,
slightest.
3, 4, 5, and Q.
Does that mean he's starting P3 soon?
Oh no. Oh
Stall
no.
me 120 for nothing.
We take this moment. Can we please take a moment in silence to mourn your ears for having to hear this joke? I've heard it more than enough, so I'm already Star, do you really want to claim the Stolly? You have definitely made better jokes than Stolly 120. There's no fucking way that this is your best joke. Ain't no way. Damn, Red.
I want like a full blindfolded experience.
I think I'm just gonna move on, just like I have with like another like other dozen clips, because I don't know what the fuck just happened.
Oh, these, my boobies, my massive
Oh,
fucking
I remember
titties,
this.
my super stuffed milkies, my honker bonker doinky boinkies, my fucking fabric stretching
I think
wind flapping
my ears are
crappy
actually
welling
gonna bleed.
sex mounds. You eat these super duper ultra hyper goddamn motherfucking tits. Exactly. No one show lies, I hate people and brave. Stand up. I forgot Karo again!
Damn!
I skipped it! Fuck! I put.
Star forgot the doggo.
Oh, that's cool. Oh, shit! Don't forget to get your knife.
Oh yeah, this.
Your knife, Ellie. Pull it out of that pregnant woman's neck, Ellie.
What the fuck, Star?
A 5'2" Canadian girl. I'm 5'3", but go off, King.
Oh,
We
this
love
one.
a short king in this chat.
I love this one.
Still eatable. Still fuckable. Wait. Boy. What did you fucking say? Wait! That's not what I.
I just love these moments where you don't read. I love it.
That's. Oh no! Oh no! That's not. No, that's not what I wanted to pick. I was running out of time. Oh no! I'm stressed.
Oh yeah, this one. I just want everybody to know my favorite part of this clip is that you can actually hear Star struggling to hold in the gasp and moan. She fucking failed, okay? We all fucking heard that shit. And it is hilarious. My other favorite part is that I made an entire short of this, and Star never used it.
Shower.
That's okay, Gogti. You can just be part of my harem.
Oh, right, that.
Yeah, so true, Zenon. Is this it? Is this it? No! No! No!
I wonder how audible, like, your voice is in the stream. I will enhance your voice just during that part to make fun of you. Oh, come on, it's a melt. It's not that bad, even if it is NP6. Or was that 8 by this point?
NP6. She's NP6 now.
Oh,
Oh,
it was NP6. Oh, come on, it's not that bad. It could be worse. You could have put a double melt.
Congrats. It was a dupe. Bench, stop sending me shit. You're the worst type of person.
Live for her sake, or yeah, I'm sure of it. What do you think?
I forgot.
What are we thinking?
Oh my god. So exactly what type of sake is she living for? Or sorry, is he trying to live for? Well, I guess it was hers. How do you think that went for him? Star over here instigating minor drinking problems. Oh my god.
Poor sis.
All right, this is supposed to be a sad scene.
Now Keith finally let go and started crying. Her sake. Oh shit! Oh no!
I just love the moments when you
Oh my God,
finally
it slipped
realize.
out. Oh shit!
I love these moments
Oh,
when you finally
fuck.
realize what you say.
No!
Star gets a message.
Why? Why would you do that? Why would you do that, Fig? In the Disney Pixar animated movie Cars, there are male cars and female cars and baby cars. This means that it confirms the existence of the car pussy or the cussy.
Oh no. Oh no. I want to clarify something here real quick. Okay. So, as you guys can see, in the Dixney, do you see that at the bottom of the chat window? Your Honor, I bring up the case where I told Star she basically stole my ass joke. And you know what? It's right here in her clip show. Fuck yeah, take that! Oh, we rest our case now. That was the state bench was a mod.
In the Dixney animated. Rise's persona.
Rise's persona. On to the next one.
Oh, you're so stupid. Oh, you're an idiot. Stupid head.
Yukiko senpai beats the enemy.
So Star, how stupid was it? I love this. I don't know. I know I made this clip and it's just still as funny anytime that the streamer just is like so confident and then the game is like, yeah, no. I hate it when it happens to me, but damn does it feel good when it happens to other people.
Style.
Okay, so there's one. I did run it back. Reading is hard. I knew I did that one. Star caught in 690p. Star throws down the gauntlet. We're doomed. Help, Star is down. I wish that were me. The beginning of Star's music career. Proof that you forgot. Poor doggo. What the fuck, Star? Star, you can't keep doing this. 3 for 3, way to go. Where are you looking, Star? Ayo. Writer, by the way. And not so stupid now, is it? How many clips did we say that I did? Hold on, let's count them. I feel like we should. Okay, here we go. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. So I contributed 16 of these amazing clips. I'm kind of sad I'm not going to be able to do that again this year. Just like make a bunch of clips of your channel. Like literally, I feel like the only way I could make clips like I did again is if I go back and watch the VODs and clip them from that, but I just don't have time. It's so sad. You know what I mean? Like, it's just like, I miss all the free time I used to have. With that said, though, I think that was a great way to close off the stream. I think I'm just going to leave this all part of one video instead of breaking it up. I almost don't want to end stream. I'm not going to lie. I'm like, this is so much fun. I miss streaming as much as I have. But I have work tomorrow, so I should probably go get ready for bed. I just want to say thank you everybody who's put up with me for like the last 4 years and who continues to put up with me with this stupid ass stream schedule that I've had to put together haphazardly. I'm just gonna be real. It's stressful. But I will continue to be streaming, and if you guys ever miss a live stream, you can be sure that I will be posting as much as I can to the VOD channel, which you can find. But, if you would like to see these live, come join us over at twitch.tv/FGRolls. Just saying. We have a lot of fun here. Not today specifically. Like, this was kind of a every once in a while thing that I do where I'm just yapping. So, again, thank you guys for being here. I appreciate the support. I shall see who else is live so I can raid them. But till next time, everybody, I hope you have an amazing rest of your day. Or rest of your day, rest of your evening, whichever works for you. And I will catch you guys in the next one. Peace.